Katie with Dashing Dish, and today we're going to continue our fridge and freezer tour. Now let's get into the freezer and see what we have. I have a few little treats up top and also some pre-made Dashing Dish snacks. I make them usually in big batches of either muffins or bars or no-bake balls, and then I can just pull them out. And I actually, a lot of times, especially with the no-bake balls, go ahead and just pull them out and eat them semi-frozen because they taste delicious to me that way. But you can also go ahead and just microwave them for a few seconds as well. So here we have some protein muffins, and then we also have some no-bake protein balls, and both are great snacks or little sweet treats to have on hand. I also eat one of these pre-workout, and that's something just to get something in my stomach before I go ahead out the door and work out. I also like to make a few little smoothies and have those on hand for Maddie, and I just put them in glass jars and then I microwave them for like 30 to 45 seconds until they're, you know, nice and slushy for her, and those are great to have on hand in a pinch. And then I also have a few freezer meals. So this is some pre-made chili that I already did in the crock pot ahead of time, and then that way I just have to thaw it and warm it out either in my fridge or microwave when I'm ready to eat it. And then here you'll see I do have a few containers of ice cream. I had some guests over, and so I got the lower sugar option. This is 280 calories per pint, but this is great to have on hand if you have guests. I usually try not to keep ice cream in my house unless I do have a special occasion, because to me, that's something that I like to go out and get on a special occasion or on a date night with my husband and really enjoy it outside of my home. And that way it's not really a temptation in my freezer. And then my freezer has two drawers. So in the very bottom drawer is where I kind of just put all of my bigger bags of things. So like my frozen veggies or my frozen fruit, or even I have individual Ziploc bags of some frozen bananas and fruit to put into smoothies, or just some cut up sweet potatoes. A lot of times if I see that produce is going bad, I will cut it up and I will put it into Ziploc baggies to put into recipes or to make really quickly and throw into a dish so it doesn't go bad. And then I have my, on the right hand side, just my frozen meats. So things like organic chicken and organic turkey sausage and some lean ground turkey. So that's what I keep on the bottom. And I love having frozen veggies on hand because you can roast them up really quickly. You don't ever worry about them going bad. Usually you can keep frozen veggies and fruits for 3 to 6 months. I usually say 3 just so it doesn't have any freezer burn. Now, I get a lot of questions on how to freeze food, and I just personally say that it's totally up to you and your preference. You have two options. You can either make it the dish fully in advance and then, you know, freeze it immediately and then pull it out and bake it. And that's what I like to do because I find that the food tastes the freshest that way. The second option that you have for freezing food, whether it be a meal or a soup or a stew, what have you, is to make it fully. So you prepare it in your crock pot, you bake it fully, and then you freeze it and then pull it out right after the fact when you're ready to eat it and let it thaw. At some point in time, you will need to bake it or thaw it. So what I like to do is option 1 because it kind of cuts down on any prep time and it just really allows the food to taste the freshest. So I will make a casserole, I will chop things up and get it ready to put in the crock pot and then seal it off really well and then put it in my freezer. Then it allows me to just pop it into the fridge the night before, or even thaw it on my countertop for about an hour or so, and allow some of that freezer edge to kind of come off of it, and then bake it or put it in my crock pot or what have you, however I go about preparing the meal. So I hope that inspired you guys today on how to organize your clean eating fridge, pantry, and freezer. You know, I have a few go-tos that I always like to keep on hand, and I like to keep things pretty organized, and that allows me to say, okay, even if I don't have a plan, then I have a few staples and a few backups to either make a really quick and healthy meal or to pull something out of the freezer and just warm it up and have a good healthy meal ready for my family in just about a half hour. So I hope this encouraged you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.